Hey guys, me and Scout here with Workmen Outdoors. We're going to kind of be producing a different kind of show than usual. Usually we're more of an in the field, doing it as we go kind of deal. We've set up a studio here in my garage. This year we're going to kind of start right before duck season, and so a lot of questions I get are about duck hunting in Oklahoma. It's something that we do. We hunt a whole lot of public ground, whether it be Thunderbird, Eufaula, several of the rivers, things like that. We're going to go over tips and tricks to scouting those areas, even though they're public water, when we hunt them, what we look for. We kind of plan on the pressure of just experience, and honesty, on the pressure of knowing where people usually go, and we set up in the spots that kind of most people don't set up, but we kind of get our limit. Now, keep in mind, a lot of the times when hunting ducks, it's usually just me and Scout, so we're not going out trying to whack 50, 60 birds with a group of 10 guys. We just need our six, and we're kind of limited out pretty quick in terms when that happens. So we're trying to produce a different deal. What we're going to do is we're going to do some in-depth scouting to tell people how to scout, what to go for. We're going to try and interact a lot with our viewers. With that being said, we're going to look for kind of people asking, hey, Ray, we're interested in this area. We don't get a lot of time to scout. How do you break down an area such as, let's go say Thunderbird, for example? How would you break down? We don't have a boat. We don't have a lot of decoys. We don't have a dog to go fetch the ducks for us if they float out in 20, 30 feet of water. How would you go about that aspect? My experience comes in, I've been there. I didn't have a boat to go hunt. I didn't have a ton of decoys. I might have had a dozen decoys that I picked up from Academy. Minimal experience calling. I mean, I got online and did calls pretty much on some of those how-to videos to learn my calling. Shooting's never really been an issue, fortunately, so we always have a lot of experience in terms of that, but not having Scout. I mean, Scout's just a godsend in some of those areas. No more trying to gather up all the decoys and float them out like an inner tube to fetch ducks that I shot that might have been a little outside of depth range on waders. And then we'll go over some of the gear we use. I mean, starting out, we'll go over, when you're just starting, what's the most essential things you need. I mean, obviously, waders, decoys, call. But we'll go over some of my experience with, I've started with when I was younger, and just rubber waders, hip waders. The pros and cons to those, the pros and cons to, I mean, now I don't use anything super fancy like some of the guys on here use. I mean, I'm still a guy on a budget. I use some of the Academy brand waders, and I've had them for 2, 3, 4 years of consistent hunting and no issue. We'll kind of go over some of the benefits, the warmth factor, cold factor, before the split, after the split. Just as we go, I'll try and produce a weekly or bi-weekly video. We'll kind of go on with people that say, hey, Ray, I want to learn how to hunt Thunderbird better. Can you help with that? And the more people that interact with it, the more we'll get out and do that kind of thing. This is kind of like a test run. I mean, because I hunt everywhere from Thunderbird to the Game Preserve to Maysville Lake to up there Stinchcombe to all over the state, truthfully, even Eufaula, for example, which is a little bit of a drive for me. I'm mainly out of the central part of the state. With that being said, I've had great success on all those hunts. So we'll just kind of go over how I break that down, list A to list B. We'll deal directly with people kind of asking recommendations. I know there's a lot of people that don't have the luxury of being able to drive and scout, and I will get a lot of backlash on this. I'm expecting a lot of those self-proclaimed guides and diehards, like, oh, if you don't put the work in yourself, you don't deserve to hunt kind of people. I'm not about that. We're blessed with all this opportunity to hunt. Everybody should be able to enjoy it. Now, I'm just looking to help bridge that gap between people that don't have the time to people that do have the time, so everybody can go out and enjoy and have fun. I mean, you got to remember, our state is funded off of hunters. Public hunting is funded 100% off of us hunters, so we got to get more people involved. If people are going out and consistently not having luck and just not having fun doing it, we're going to lose our hunting base. And if we lose our hunting base, we're going to lose a lot of these public opportunities to go out and hunt, fish, and do all these fun things that we enjoy. So this is all about trying to go out, get more people in the outdoors, get more people educated, more people have success, and we're just going to have more fun doing it. If this is something that interests you guys, just drop a comment on where you'd like to go. I mean, I hunt 2 to 3 days a week. So I'm going to go and I'm going to go scout some of these areas, and I'm going to go hunt them, and then I'll just give you guys my feedback and share some of the video off those spots. It might be a bust. We might run out to Thunderbird and only shoot 1 or 2 ducks and only see maybe 10 or 12. The pressure of the migration might not be there at the time, but I'll give you my best read, where the people are hunting kind of things, where not to go, where to go. And we're going to try and do this all based off of if we don't have a boat, if we don't have access to a dog, I'm always going to bring Scout. That's my best friend hunting, so I'm going to take that one up on people that don't have a dog. She's amazing. But we're going to kind of go over the what ifs I didn't have some of the stuff and how I'd plan accordingly to do it. If it sounds like something that interests you guys, drop a like, link, subscribe. Tell me how you guys feel about it. Please leave the hate off of it. If you don't agree with what I'm doing and what I'm getting ready to do, I don't care. I'll just be honest with you. Public land is public land, and it's for everybody. So let's all go out there, enjoy it, and have a great time, guys.